gonna have a ripping good time. Just hit rewind and you can see I'm far.
What's up, y'all? This is Brittany here for another solo video of the week. Shout out to everybody who's made it through the week. Today is Friday evening to be exact. I had a video, I was going to upload it, but the story I was going to tell you, it got, added on to today. So I said I had to start all over. I have to give you the whole full shebang, shabazz, whatever you want to call it. So let's get right down to it. First of all, before I go into any of it, I do want to kind of piggyback off of last week. I talked about Thanksgiving don'ts on social media, and one of the viewers, my homegirl Melanie, shout out to you. She hit me up. She was like, "Yo, Britt, you forgot one last thing." And when she told me this, I couldn't believe I forgot it because it's very important, especially with the whole social media and you showing how you get down. Um, and it also goes hand in hand for Christmas coming up. So, YouTube, check this out. If you are going to post a picture of your food, okay, on Christmas coming up, look, make sure the food is appetizing. Make sure it looks appealing, okay? Don't just start piling food on top of each other and then take a picture saying, "Oh, I'm about to be knocked out in a few," because we believe you. The only difference is we don't think you're going to wake up because your food looks like food poisoning, people. It looks like someone regurgitated into your plate because your chitlin juice has now mixed up with your cornbread, and that's not a good look, sweetheart. So make sure you get that first initial fresh plate look when you're taking that picture because we don't want to get sick off of what you're eating. All right? Thank you. Sincerely, Melanie and I. Moving on. So, let me tell you guys about pretty much Thursday, yesterday, and today. Um, so my phone has been messed up. My camera has not been working on my phone. And me being a selfie person, I was kind of heartbroken at the fact that my camera was not working. And on top of that, I'm going to Florida in a couple of weeks with Marquise. We're going to Florida in a couple of weeks, and I want to be able to take pictures on my phone, especially in my Florida gear, because it's going to be warm down there, and I got to, do summer all over again. Not really summer, but I got to look cute and I gotta take pictures. Of course, that's what I do. So I went to Verizon and say, "Look, phone camera's not working. I still have a warranty on it. What can you do for me?" So they told me they would have to reset my flash drive, like reflash my phone, whatever that is, wipe it out to make sure that doesn't, fix the problem. And then they would have to overnight me a phone. Now, with them having to overnight me a phone, I would have to keep my phone at the Verizon store because this particular issue. I told them I didn't want to do that because they weren't willing to give me a loaner phone, and I'm not the type of person to like to be without a phone overnight or really any period of time because anything could happen, and I want to make sure I have access to a phone. And when I'm bored, sad to say, the first thing I do is look for my phone to see what's going on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. So I was like, no, I'll figure something else out. So it was brought to my attention that there was a Samsung store inside of Best Buy. Okay, I'm moving as fast as I can because I don't want to make this video too long. So Best Buy, bam, go to Best Buy on my lunch break. Sat there, I was like, look, his name was Dr. Joe. Look, Dr. Joe, the phone's messed up. I need you to fix it for me because I need my camera back. He said, no problem. We'll take a look at it. This, that, and the third. So he's taking a look at my phone. And playing with it, trying to figure out what's going on. In the meantime, I'm just sitting there chilling. They had like a glass reflection on the Samsung sign, so I'm staring at myself because anytime I come past the mirror, I'm checking myself. That's what I did. So looking in the mirror, checking myself out like I always do, all that good stuff. And in my peripheral, on the side or whatever, I see someone walking my way. I'm not paying any attention to it. She probably needs her phone fixed or something like that. So the only thing that bothered me was the fact that I saw her walking, from the side, and then she stopped. So when she stopped, she was at least No, I'm sorry, at most half an inch from my arm. Now, the whole personal bubble, okay? My personal bubble honestly stretches full arm's length. So this far, you know, shout out to my my muscles. This far, sorry. This far, okay? So when you are around me, and if I don't have that much of a connection with you, whether it be family, best friend, homie, boyfriend, girlfriend, boo thing, anything like that, if you are too close, if you are within these bounds, outside of those, you know what I'm saying, titles or, you know, qualifications, you're too close to me, okay? You're way too close. So, with her being this close to me, I looked over and I was looking around to see if I needed to move, you know, because this is too uncomfortable. Okay, so I mean, I can see if she was, you know, reaching for something real quick, or it was a big crowd around us to where she couldn't get by. But this is Best Buy. Best Buy is never crowded. It's never crowded. Maybe on Black Friday or whatever like that. I've never been to Best Buy on Black Friday, but on December the 5th, 2013, Best Buy was never crowded that day from open to close. So I don't know why she was this close to me. And she refused to move. She was idle, playing in her phone. That close to me. How can you feel, how do you feel like it's okay to be that close to someone that you don't know? Why would you feel like that's, oh, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? That's just too close. So she's bothering me right here. Like I'm feeling her body heat. She's over here. I'm sitting here like, oh my god. Now I got to squinch up like this because I don't want to touch you. You know, I'm that type of person. I'm that person that if you, I'm the type of person in the party where if you brush me with your sweaty arm, I'm gonna shove you because you just got your sweat on me. Move, and whatever happens, happens. I'm that type of person. So she was on me there, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I heard this big boom, boom, boom. You know, that big dinosaur stomp walk. Okay. I look over to my right, and this 400-pound female was trying her very best to come from behind me into the bar stool that was beside me. Now, I have no problem with you sitting beside me, but that is a very small bar stool. I need you to be aware of that, 400-pound female. I need you to be aware that that bar stool may not hold your capacity. Okay? Now, she gets into the bar stool, and in the process of getting seated, she knocks my legs clean across the floor with her one left thigh. Like clearly, like contact, like boom, and then like all of a sudden I'm gone. So I'm sitting here looking like, are you serious? Like, look, me personally, if I feel like at all that with me trying to sit down, I'm going to make the least bit of bodily contact with you, I will not choose that seat. I won't choose that seat. So she's going, oh, excuse me. Ugh, I'm trying not to call her out her name. Girl, you just bruised my arm. I mean, bruised my leg if it's not broken, ma'am. Like, I don't know what is wrong with people, but they're so inconsiderate. Maybe I'm just too uptight and I'm just too don't touch me, you know. But I'm sorry if you're a complete stranger. It is not okay to, you know, legit swing me around my bar stool, give me a full 360 when you could have easily just stood there. You didn't have to sit down. You weren't gonna be there that long. But anyway, moving on. So, dude is playing my phone. I'm getting irritated because girl over here just wanna just be so close, you know, too close, and girl over here just wanna crush my leg and ooze out of her, you know, her small bar stool, sitting there trying to make sure the bar stool's still holding on because the bar stool's legs is already shaking, trembling, and she's steady holding on to the bar stool sitting down. So I'm like, look, Dr. Joe, check this out. I'm going to leave my phone with you, and when you're done with it, call me. I'll be at work, and I'll come back to get it after work. So he was like, cool. So fast forward a little bit. Get to work, and he calls me. He says, hey, Britt, unfortunately, we weren't able to fix your camera. So the next step would be to send it off, you know, to get repaired. So I told him no. That kind of puts me in the same situation as Verizon if I can't get a replacement phone right now, then I don't want to be without one. So what I'll do is I'll just wait until I have access to a phone that I could have until my phone comes back. So he said, okay. So cool. 6 o'clock comes, I get off work, I go to Best Buy to pick up my phone. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where the story gets good. So, walking up to Dr. Joe. What up, Dr. Joe? What up, Dr. Joe? I need my phone. I'm here to pick up my phone. Dr. Joe was like, okay, cool, let's go over to Geek Squad and send your phone off. Okay. No, Dr. Joe. Remember when we talked on the phone earlier? I told you I was picking my phone up because I didn't have a phone to use until mine came back, and I need a phone, so I'll just wait, a couple days until I can find a cheap phone, and while mine is being fixed. So Dr. Joe looks at me and he says, well, your phone isn't working at all anymore. Okay. What do you, this is my reaction. What do you mean it's not working anymore, Dr. Joe? Okay. What do you mean my phone is no longer functioning, sir? So he was like, yeah, I don't know what happened. You know, I tried to take the software off and put it back on. In the process of me putting it back on, your phone kind of blew up on the inside. Okay, you know, I'm not sure uh, how the procedure is when my phone just blows up on the inside. But what I really need to know is what are we going to do about me having a phone um, from this point forward? What are we going to do about the fact that I don't have a phone right now? So Dr. Joe goes on to say, oh, it's nothing. We'll just go ahead and send it off. And then when it's finished on repairs, we'll send it back to you. And I was like, that's fine, Dr. Joe. I get that. The phone has to be sent off, be fixed, come back. Cool. That's okay. But what I'm asking you is, what am I going to do in the process as far as having access to a phone? Because if you send off my phone, I won't have a phone. So where are we going? What are we going to do about that, Dr. Joe? So Dr. Joe tells me, he was like, oh, well, I don't know about that, Miss Brown. All I know is I can send it off as soon as I can, or you can go to Verizon and can send it to you a lot earlier. Okay. Um, and this is where, you know, I'm still keeping my composure, but I'm about to let Dr. Joe know what's about to really happen, what's really about to happen. Okay. So I'm like this. I'm like, all right. Um, Dr. Joe, let me explain something to you. Okay. Um, when I came into Best Buy, the only issue with my phone was it had no camera. All right. Now, what's not about to happen, Dr. Joe, is the phone that I have that's under warranty, it's not about to walk. I'm not about to leave Best Buy with that not functioning. Okay. I didn't do anything between the time I left my phone here and came back to pick it up to cause this right here. This little triangle with the exclamation point, I didn't do that. Okay. My hands weren't on it. A specialist hands were on it. So if a specialist causes this to happen through whatever form or fashion, whether it be troubleshooting, playing games on my phone, whatever you were doing to fry my phone, it needs to be rectified to where I do not leave this store without a working phone, Dr. Joe. So Dr. Joe was like, I definitely understand, your frustrations and things like that. However, there's nothing really I can do about having a loaner phone. We don't supply loaner phones. So I was like, okay, cool. Well, since you were kind of like being, he was honestly being nonchalant, like, oh, it's nothing I can do. Your phone is broke, regardless if I did it or not. His excuse was it was going to happen eventually because it was already messed up. My response was, I don't care if it was going to happen eventually. It happened in your possession after you told me what you did, and then in the process of it doing so, this happened. I could see if you just laid the phone, there, and it just did that. I could see that. Kind of not, but I can still see that. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't do anything to it. But to strip it of its software, pretty much make it a paperweight, and then try to add it back on, you took the risk of this happening. So the fact that my situation is worse now than it was before when I came in, you have to fix it. So he still kind of gave me the whatever, not the really whatever, but there's nothing I can do. Unfortunately, I'm so sorry. So I was like, okay, cool. So what I did was I went to talk to the manager of Best Buy. I had to go to the manager. That's the last place I want to go. That's the last place for the most part I want my customers to go at work. I don't want you talking to the manager. I want this problem to come here and to be resolved here. And when you're ready to come back to my company, for my services again, I want you to come back here. I don't need all this. Where is your manager? All this. I hate going to the manager because I feel like if you're a qualified employee, you should be able to handle any dispute a manager can handle. That's just how I feel. But I had to go to the manager because this employee was tripping. So I went to the manager. I was like, manager, now look, I'm not here to start any, type of, I'm trying to start any scene. I'm not trying to get like riled up or anything like that. I'm being very calm about this, but I'm very upset because I did not come into Best Buy with this phone looking like this, and I will not walk out of Best Buy with my phone looking like this. Okay, I feel like it's unfair to be put without a phone for God knows how long. Because when I called Samsung before I came, he told me it'd be 2 weeks for the whole repair process. I can't do that. That's ridiculous. I don't have a loaner phone. I'm not going to sit here and deal with it. I need you to fix it, please. So she totally understood. A real sweet girl, totally understood. Went back to the Samsung station. Long story short, they gave me this loaner S4 until my S4 gets replaced or fixed. So I'm happy about that. Now, today, the story keeps going. So today, I get a call from Samsung. And he says, hey, Brittany, your phone's fixed. And I was like, my phone's fixed? The one that you were supposed to send off is fixed? He was like, yeah, I put a new operating system on it and it's running great. I was like, okay, cool, that's fine. Is my camera working though? He was like, you know what? I don't know. You're gonna have to put your SD card in, not the SD card, the SIM card in there to see. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. I'll be on my way. So I get to Samsung at Best Buy and put my SIM card in there. So on the phone's working great. It's not that triangle anymore, and my camera doesn't work. Let me tell y'all something. The issue I have. First of all, my phone was supposed to be shipped off yesterday, or at least my replacement phone was supposed to be ordered yesterday, and my phone was supposed to be shipped off this morning. Why are you taking my phone and still playing with it, still experimenting with it? Okay, we already made it clear that my phone was going to be sent off to Samsung, and I was going to get a new one. So why are you calling me, making me come to you on my lunch break to spend 20 minutes trying to? Oh, I don't know. I thought it was going to work. I thought it was going. It's okay. I'm not to be played with at this point. I told him that. I said, Dr. Joe, I'm not to be played with right now. Okay. What we agreed on was that this phone would be sent off, and my replacement phone would be on the way. I don't feel comfortable with the loaner phone because if anything happens to this phone, I'm pretty much responsible for it. I don't want this loaner phone. It's an S4 just like mine, but it's not mine. So I don't really want it for too long. You're prolonging this whole process by trying to think of ideas to make this thing work. Send it off. Just send it off. So he was just, I'm just trying to help. You can help me by sending my phone off like you told me you were going to do on yesterday. I don't want to come to Best Buy every day the rest of next week because you done had a light bulb pop in your head. It's not okay. That's not how I want to spend my lunch break. I want to eat and take a nap. That's what I do every lunch break. Eat, lay my seat back, and take a 15. So he's supposed to be sending it today. He better send it today because I'm so fed up with all this mess. But anyway, that was my story. And that's just that. So it's been a while since I did Follow Friday, so I'm gonna do that now for you guys. Real quick before I go. Let's see. First Follow Friday is to My older cousin, Aquanda Brown, aka Squeaky, aka Squeaky. But anyway, one of my favorite cousins, because all my cousins are my favorite cousins. Bad chick, independent, doing her thing. That's where I got my playaways from. She telepathically taught me the game because she's in Florida and I'm in North Carolina now. But when I was in Virginia, she taught me the game telepathically. So it ain't my fault. She sent it to me. I govern myself accordingly so the game wouldn't play me. I play the game. So you mad at me? You better blame her. Her Instagram name is here. Follow her. Cool chick, smart chick. I love, love, love when beautiful women in my family are intelligent, and she is definitely one of them. So follow her. Very lovely lady. Next person is my Pritch. I'm shouting her out one more time because she just finished her undergraduate career on yesterday, I believe. And I am so proud of her because she is also a mommy of a beautiful little girl, and she did her thing, finishing up today. She was my roommate for a year. She was my party partner when we were at Tech, and just seeing her develop into the woman she is, I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. Mwah. So follow her. Her Instagram name is here. Follow her. Very, very funny. I mean, she's my best friend. She has to be. So follow her. My next person. Oh my God, this is running on 20 minutes. Okay, my next person here is a follower of mine. I kind of shouted him out on the low last week because I don't know why I didn't do Follow Friday. I can't even think of what the reason why I didn't do it. But anyway, his Twitter name is it's not Twitter, Instagram. I went to Jared. So follow Jared. I hope that's his name. If it's not your name, get it together. Instagram name is here. Follow him. And that looks like it's about it. Eddie and Damien. Do not like my Follow Friday picture again on Instagram. You have gotten your shout out, some more than others, and I'm tired of it. It's not happening again, okay? I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe, show love. Until next time, Marquise is coming up on Tuesday. I'm coming up on Friday. Double Solitary, follow the movement, support the movement. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, man. Y'all getting on my nerves. Anyway, Brittany out. Bye. Have a good weekend.
Wouldn't you like some of me?